Welcome mates, I am BloodThirstyLord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Escape from Tarkov, highlighting a very interesting build, one of the best guns of the 12.12 patch, and in the current state of Tarkov, it just destroys everything with the changes to armor and so many complexities, and this MP7 build will highlight some crazy potential overall and some insanely low recoil at the same time. It's a really fun build. We'll highlight the build in action and talk about how to build this for your own gameplays as well and your own enjoyment. But before we do into this video, there's only a small percentage of mates to watch the video that aren't actually subscribed. Leave a like, show support, click the subscribe button to keep up to date, press that join button to become a member on the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Also mates, we do live stream on Twitch, so check out the link in the description below as we play a whole bunch of games from Escape from Tarkov, Halo Infinite, Dying Light 2, and having fun overall with the mates. Link in the description below. And also gamer sub discount of 10% with code Lordy at the checkout. Make sure to utilize that to get your 10% off on Wiper cups and also gamer sub tubs at the checkout with code Lordy. Link in the description below. So this is what the weapon looks like. It is very interesting. You can see all the attachments on screen, but we'll talk about it as we go. So the actual MP7 they need to have is the A2 factor one, which will give you the A2 stock as well, which will reduce the recoil compared to the A1. So make sure that is a mandatory thing, that you have the A2 variant of this weapon if you want the least amount of recoil on your MP7. Alongside, let's highlight our stats. Recoil at this very moment with all attachments is at 43 vertical recoil and 149 at horizontal, and it's very manageable. And with the attachments, have the light, which you can put anything you want. You can do the X400, it can be laser sight, whatever you want, doesn't really matter. We have a cheap actual grip, nothing too crazy. You can put the SE5, you have level 4 traders, which would be cheaper compared to buying other stuff, so you could even go for this and it would be better. And one of the prices, attachments, or pieces for this weapon is the magazines as well, being the 30 round mags and also 40, which are restricted behind level 3 mechanic and level 4 mechanic as well. If you don't get those, it's kind of hard to actually buy these because they really go for a lot on the market, around 30 to utmost 60,000 per mag, and that's just too much. Then we'll make it not a budget build. So keep that in mind. We have a decent sight as well, nothing too crazy. Alongside that, the muzzle, you need to make sure the muzzle is attached to this weapon so you can actually get the suppressor. And this suppressor is actually quite pricey too, and it ends up being around 90k to 80k off flea market, which we'll highlight right now. So let's just find all the parts for this weapon. Take your own traders to be able to see everything else. So the actual suppressor, 95k, crazy. And the actual mags for the 30 round mags are priced this much from trader. They can go up depending if you do have the trader unlocked or not. So keep that in mind. But overall, this is a decent build. It's roughly around 200,000, can be around 140 if you have level 4 traders as well, which will make it so much more easier. And the best part about this, with the stats that we have currently on this weapon, being 43 vertical recoil, we can actually reduce that even further with this budget build, and it becomes disgustingly good. So with that, we use subsonic rounds, which are the ones right over here. You need to have this version of the subsonic rounds, which will give you minus 22 recoil as well, and all these stat benefits, which is just great overall. So your weapon being from around 40 recoil goes down to 20 recoil, and it's like a laser beam. And the reason why I say it's like a laser beam, you'll see in this hideout training aspect here, which we can showcase the weapon and highlight how strong this weapon is overall. Because the weapon dominates. It is actually so surprising. So let's get down here in our shooting range and highlight it. So you got your flashlight if you want to, always put on the right side. There's also a weird glitch with the weapon, and you can see the silencer with the flashlight, as you see on the screen right now. Something too crazy. And that's just decently managing the actual recoil, not even going crazy with it. If I don't manage it, it's like this. If I decide to manage it, say go for the head. Decent. It is actually perfect. It's a laser beam weapon, does so much in every fight that you get into. It's one of the best builds for a budget cost right now for up close quarter encounters and running and gunning. It feels so fun to utilize, and the silencer does make it so much easier for solo players like myself. We can go against 1 to 4 people on any team. This actually works out perfectly for just doing quick pinches, deleting some of the enemies and disappearing and rotating and go for other kills. We'll most likely have some clips highlighted in practice as well as we go through this, and possibly gameplay, if so. But either way, this is a really fun build that I suggest you mates should do in your next matches in Escape from Tarkov. But mates, tell me your opinions or thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about the build? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I'd love to know in the comment section down below. And as always, mates, it is a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye. Road to 200k subscribers. Let's get it, mates.